Good evening. I'm Epstein, and here we are with your metal market wrap-up. And this wrap-up is for Wednesday, and we're at the 20th of November, 2024. Well, as we take a look, gold market holding steady here. Had a nice rally today. The market's very concerned that the U.S. first allowed its longer-range missiles to be used by Ukraine, and today the U.K. announced that it had, and right away, Ukraine sent those missiles off to its targets. So we are seeing a pickup there. The market's concerned where that's all going to go. The dollar got a bid off of that, and we were lower in most of the currencies today. You're back into the 126.50 area. Big worries, is the Bank of England going to be able to cut rates? Do they have to hold them here? What's going to happen through that? As we take a look at the numbers and the energies, sort of just sitting here, $69 roughly WTI crude, but metals are what we're focusing on right now. Now, there's a lot of economic data due out tomorrow. We start off 7:30 with the Philly Fed business activity, followed by jobless claims that come out about the same time at 7:30. At 9 o'clock, we're going to get the Conference Board, and they're going to give us their monthly leading, coincident, and lagging economic indicator indices at 9. Existing home sales for October will come out at 9 o'clock. At 9:30, Chicago Fed President Goolsbee will be in a moderated question and answer session hosted by the Central Indiana Corporate Partnerships. But we'll see what he says. So far, he's been saying he's very much watching the data. Energy analysts are looking for EI natural gas storage to come in at plus 5 billion cubic feet, not an awful lot. That compares to the year ago, 12 billion. So this is the time of year where you start drawing more and you don't put a lot away. The Kansas City Fed manufacturing, well, actually the composite and business activity indices will come out tomorrow at 10 o'clock in the morning. And then we got NVIDIA after the market. So if you take a look at NVIDIA, the market is basically in NVIDIA, as I'm shooting down 0.19%. Now, the market on the options have been looking for an 8% swing up or down. That has not happened. The most I saw was just around a 5% or so decline in the stock price. But the important thing is it's not causing the markets to break. It's stable. This is the stock that weighs on everything. It has a big weighting, as you know, in the S&P and in the NASDAQ and other markets that watch that. So you got to pay attention to what it does and where it might carry the markets, and that's always important. I am friendly in the stock indices. I'm going on record just telling you that I like what I'm seeing, but we'll talk about that in the financial update. Right now in the gold, so far, I think you'd agree, the market has held that challenge on a weekly basis of hitting the 18-week average zone of 25.85. For the week, you're up 3.19%. That's a good gain at this point going into Thursday trade. When we take a look at the gold market, we've come up, but I think you're going to hit resistance on this rally. What you've got is a market with lower highs, lower lows, and you'd have to take out the high up here, which let's just say it's in the 27.25 zone, but you'd have to take that out, and unfortunately the 18-day average comes in well ahead of that at 26.75. So if the market gets there, that is the number I'm looking for the resistance to show up at. You did hold the combination of the 100-day average and the lower Bollinger Band, and in momentum, you've turned the momentum back up so that you're getting short covering, taking the market out of an oversold consideration. Now, neither of the numbers are underneath 30, so you're not in oversold territory any longer. But it's also not a bullish pattern just yet. You really have to take these highs out and prove that you can stay over that 18-day average for a while. When we look at the gold-silver ratio, you can see gold is gaining on silver again. As I said, we came back, checked it out a couple of days ago. The 18-day average couldn't get under it. And the higher the number goes, the more ounces of silver you need to get an ounce of gold. If you look at silver, it's fighting its own different battle. It's trying to stay over the 100-day average in the Bollinger Band. It lost the bearish reading that it had. It's correcting an oversold condition. The word is present tense, correcting. And that's because you still have one of the readings under 30. In the copper market, I just view this as short covering, and so far nothing else. The market has got a bearish line up here where the 18-day average is under the 100, the 100's under the 200, so it's a bear market bounce, and I'm not viewing it yet as anything more than that. In the platinum market, getting through these three moving averages will be the difficult task for the market. If it can do it, I turn bullish. But on its first challenge of it from here, if it can get there again, that'll be the problem. We had one challenge 2 days ago, so I don't want to give you the impression this is a long time ago, and the market got thrown back, which is just what I expected. In the dollar wins on all fronts. You got 10-year notes at 4.4%. You're getting a cabinet chosen by President-elect Trump that is extremely hawkish and bullish the U.S. economy. You're already seeing countries around the world, I don't want to use the word kowtow, but it's similar. Ukraine's open to talking. All of a sudden, maybe they have to do something to reach a peace. Israel wants to throw President-elect Trump a bone by doing a deal with Hezbollah. That could happen. Iran suddenly yesterday backed off and said they want to stop uranium enrichment here. They're going to stop it at 60% grade, and they don't need to produce more. Those are their words, not mine, according to the IEA. So we will see what happens with all this. But these are the things, and I am certain that behind closed doors, even President Xi of China is trying to figure out what do they do, because getting tariffs 40 to 60% on their goods will take their GDP numbers down anywhere from 0.5% to 1%. So it's not something that sits in everybody's best interest. Those are the things you always want to think about. So where do we go with it? Well, I think today you got through a big hurdle. We didn't see a crash after the market in NVIDIA. Now, I can't tell you how the whole night's going to go, but from what I see, there's no reason for it to go down like that. So I'm starting to look at these markets as to where's the spots to be coming in if you're following the seasonal studies. We will see, but we got through a hurdle. I'm Epstein. You have a great evening. I'll talk to you first thing in the morning.